I mean, I'm talking about the battle pass part or the customization part.
They'll
A
probably
lot of
charge
free.
for customization and standard stuff, Fortnite style, just skins and shit like that.
I mean, we're
Emotes.
getting away. We're getting away from the whole what is it, pay to win of free to play games. It seems like we're getting away from that with Fortnite.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but I mean, games didn't really like if you were really pay to win, motherfuckers would call you out on that shit. Like you couldn't really get away with that.
right. But yeah, it's a lot. That one match that I had was a lot of fun. It's a lot of customizations. Uh, you beat people up, just like it
Yeah.
shows you right there. You beat people up, and that's what Bleeding Edge needed. So
I
that's
I'll give credit to where Bleeding Edge deserves. Like it has a pretty robust like combo system, at least with certain characters. Like you can like air juggle and knock them into the air, do follow up attacks. It's like it's pretty like the bird chick. Like she had a
mhm.
pretty good like air combo where you can like dash at them, do a combo, knock them in the air, and then like do a follow up. Not all characters have that, but like she was a pretty good one for that.
Also, this game runs very well on Switch.
Well, I mean
I mean,
it's a Switch game, so it's not like
well, sometimes these games like a Predator game, like it runs at 60 and it feels great. It looks great, feels great for that one match that I had. I know it says Battle Royal, but it's not Battle Royal. You're not in a circle and you respawn. So it's a lie. Not a Battle Royal.
so
I
good
think someone
game.
needs. Yeah, I mean, it's free, so you grade it on a curve, and the next session of this game is at 11 p.m. So I guess they're going to get their servers worked out. Who knows? But I guess with the game crashing like this, I guess that the response to it's pretty high. Wouldn't you think?
I just never understood these like windows of. I mean, I guess if you just want people to just flood in and break stuff, then that's how you want to do it. But at the same time, you don't really get a lot of insight onto what you
Well,
need.
my problem with these is right now I'm home. So okay, you want me to wake up at 7 in the morning to play Ninjala, and you get just that little hit, and then you're out the door. Okay, cool. But the problem about what happened today is the game broke. Like the actual, you can't get into a match. Broke. Like this game is fucked. And they're like, I don't know, come back at 11, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It seems like that's what they want to happen. Like they want it to break so they can see where it's breaking. I guess.
I mean, at that point, they should have just released it for 2 hours and just like, okay. But like I said, it is just how much free to play bullshit's in this game. I mean, it has to have some, duh, but how
Yeah.
much bullshit is it?
I think it'll be a standard level of bullshit. So
Well, we're past the time where these games, I mean, the grinding levels of it. I mean, I don't mind paying $10 for like a battle pass for good clothes as long as it's not complete dog, like, oh, you buy this and you get this power up. And don't look like that is. They're gonna take the Fortnite approach.
yeah, seems all right. So Ninjala. So
Ninjala.
the beta's only today for like an hour, and it actually comes out May 27.
Yeah, I mean, I think the actual game, if you download the beta, is the game. I don't think you have to download something else,
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. Whatever. It's a slick little game on the Switch that everyone's home and all the Switches are sold out. So that means all 58 million people probably are playing this or whatever.
All right. Did you
What
play anything else?
I have two things. Two things. I want to talk just one whole minute about Animal Crossing.
Okay.
One
Uh,
whole.
go.
All right, so I now got a basement, and we got it upstairs now, and the upstairs is now a converted classroom because everyone's dumb, and so it's really nice. We just bought our first computer, so we can zoom, and now we got a basement, and it's like a old school gym kind of thing, but we don't have enough there for the gym. So my house is complete now. We can now dig up the whole island and redo the whole island. There,
That's it.
that's it.
Okay. Why is there a classroom in your house? You like teaching people how to work the trap?
Hey man, I gotta teach the science, man.
Okay.
I gotta teach them science.
What else? Anything else?
There was one other thing. I'm really close to beating Final Fantasy VII, and we'll be starting Jedi Fallen Order. I'm
Nice.
start. I'll be starting that after Final Fantasy, after I beat that final mission. So yeah, Jedi the Fallen Order.
So
That's
where? Wait, where are you in the end? Then what is? Where
I'm
is
at
the
the
end?
I'm at block screen end,
I'm saying
like
where is that in like in
chapter
where the?
19.
Okay, but what
Oh,
I'm
you want
saying is where is that in the game though? Like
you want some spoiler territory?
I
Okay,
don't want
everyone.
spoiler territory. I just want like in the grand scheme of the entirety of the game, where does this end?
Uh, on a motorcycle.
Okay, so you're escaping Shinra.
Yes, on a motorcycle.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
That
Cloud
is
says I was. Yep, this game totally does that. I'm a little
that
sad
is.
because it doesn't end with snowboarding.
Well, you get your snowboarding. You play Sonic Adventure if you want your snowboarding.
Just saying, I want snowboarding, man. Could have ended with snowboarding, but whatever. It's the game is what it is. It's a lot of fun, but
It's
glad
just
to
weird
put
that
it
it's
ends
such a
there.
small yeah, like it's such a small chunk of that entirety of that thing that if they're saying it's like 3 parts, I'm thinking it's like 12 parts really.
Yeah, I mean, they do a really good job stretching that. They do the Harry Potter thing with that and stretch it the fuck out.
It's like a quarter of the first disc.
Is it really a quarter of the first disc?
It's literally a quarter of the first disc. I'm pretty sure.
God,
Like
that's even more depressing.
if it really ends there, then that's like not even yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a cop out. I played Final Fantasy VII after
Not a cop out. I mean,
Midgar.
it's good. If they look if they extended that thing into something that's a lot more it's got a lot more bite to it, a lot more substance, then that's a good thing. I'm just saying how many parts is this going to be really if that's
Uh,
if that's one.
I mean, they could do what the others do. Isn't Lord of the Rings 17 hours long? The last one, Two Kings.
You're saying the other parts is going to be like 20 times longer than the first one?
I highly doubt it. I just think they're just going to uh they're going to condense some parts and just go like whoop. That due to time constraints, we had to speed this up. I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't
after
know.
I mean, it's so long since I played Final Fantasy VII. Is there a lot to do after Midgar?
When it on the first disc, yes. Yes.
All right,
Like, yes, there is. Um, yes. There's
been a
like,
while.
well, that's when the open world opens up. Like you leave
Well,
Midgar
okay,
and then you go to the first city and then that's when you finally meet you
and
meet
it
Vincent.
becomes Final Fantasy.
Yeah, that's when it becomes Final Fantasy. So yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
You think it's gonna end? Okay, we're this game's old. You think? I kind of think that's going to end where Cloud goes nutsy nutsy, and he's in that wheelchair. And he's like, "I'm nuts, Popeye the Sailor Man," and that's why I went like, "I'm done with this game."
I don't think I ever got that far.
I got far as when he got to Popeye the Sailor Man in a like something happened to Cloud. And he's in a wheelchair going out of his fucking mind. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
don't know.
enough. I'm done.
I just know that first disc. There's like Cosmo Canyon and then uh the Temple of the Ancients or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
yeah, and then like the world splits open and you're like you escape. And then like that's
Yeah,
as much as I
well,
played.
I mean, will part three really open when Cloud's going all crazy?
From the sounds of it, part three is gonna open at like Cosmo Canyon. That's what part three sounds like, which is
It's just gonna
still
jam all that shit in part three.
that's like halfway into the first disc. I don't know. We'll see what they do. Maybe they just like yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's really the question is how do they kill the how are they gonna render that insane scene because how this game it has really good setup. Like the game has incredible setup to what's about to happen.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's just fucking 30 hours of setup and then 12 hours of progression.
Well, it's a Square Enix game. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
I mean, how about 2 hours of progression and 8 hours of story?
Yeah, sounds about right.
No, I'm talking about the bouncer.
Oh, sheesh, man. A bouncer.
Yeah, the bouncer.
I didn't play anything, just some Skyrim. I want to finish Skyrim. I got like 600 hours in it and I've never even finished the main story, let
Oh.
alone the DLC or any of like the mod quests I have installed. So like I just want to finish the main story before the end of the year. That's my goal. It was also my goal last year, but I didn't really
It's
get to it.
it's more of a goal this time.
Yeah.
No, I hope you do. I hope you do finish it. That sounds amazing. Huh. Oh, did we? Yeah, we talked about Fallout 76. I played a little bit more of that. That game's still it's better, but still shit.
Oh, I tried playing it. I loaded it up, and then like my game crashed within like 20 minutes.
I you know, I love Fallout as much as anyone, but it's a little heartbreaking when when the game gets all and it's just what it is. I'll boil it down for you. The exploration of that game is completely fucked. Like I almost want to go like if this game was single player with cheat engine with fucking you can just jack yourself to 300 level and stop encumbering yourself, then I'm like, okay. I'm not saying
Yeah.
encumbering is bad, but I feel like the leveling is just so fucking slow. And you want to go explore, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna go explore. Here's a level 68 demon that's about to kill you. It's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's a little boring because there's not a lot of shit in the world. So,
Or not, or it doesn't really explain things, or sometimes I
but
find quests is like way too over my level, and it's like, all right, Bethesda, you guys are assholes. Why don't you just sell me 100 level pack? Just
what I
just
don't
level.
like, what I don't like is the fucking the survival bullshit of like, oh, you got to drink your water. Oh, you got to fucking your gun broke, so you can't fucking shoot shit. Oh,
It's
you're
like
out
they
of
listen to the
ammo.
wrong. It's like they listen to the wrong people and go like, I like the survival stuff. That's cool and all, but I'm not saying you shouldn't have that. But I don't want to keep, like the guns breaking. Okay, I can live with that. The encumbrance part, if I could fix it, okay. You don't want to, but there's no place to put this shit. Like back in Fallout 4, you can go like, I'm encumbered. I'm going back to Sanctuary to, dump this shit. The shit I like. And it's like, oh, you have a campsite. I'm like, I hate my campsite. I don't know how to build anything. So, sometimes I go like, can we just have like house? Get all this shit, build some shitty house. This Animal Crossing gives you a house and go like, here, we did the fucking walls for you.
I mean, it's easy enough to build a. I mean, it uses that Fallout 4 shit, so everything just snaps together. It's not. It's not that difficult.
Right. I mean, the world seems a lot more alive. I mean, the girlie that says, I'm here in Appalachia, here's, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Yeah, that song is really weird, don't you think? It just it just misses the mark. Like slightly less misses the mark now.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
seems
even
like just
like,
a like a less good Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is not that great either.
yeah, but I sunk 3 days into Fallout 4. Like
Yeah.
that game ain't fucking, it's not a tire fire.
No.
This is a tire fire.
I mean, at least you can mod Fallout 4, make it good.
I think they took out my favorite cheat engine of that game's. Can't find it on Xbox. I'm so sad. You know what? Now I got a better PC. Why don't I just buy it on there? Get the
Yeah,
real
dude.
version.
You've been doing it wrong all these years.
Yeah, I'm like, why don't I mean it's why don't I get the real Fallout version? The real thing. I mean, the game runs on toasters, right? Fallout 4?
No.
Fallout 4 doesn't run on toasters.
That game
Fallout
runs
3
like
runs on toasters.
fucking absolute shit. Even on PC, it runs like fucking trash, dude. It's fucking incredible how shitty it runs. Like every time you get into like downtown Boston, or like the city, it fucking just fucking 12 frames a second. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Textures don't load. You're falling through the world. It's like it gets bad.
God.
But yeah, there's mods that can like fix it. But you need
Praise the
mods to
Lord.
fix it.
I I don't know. I feel like they just need to just close off 76, make it a closed game, just get rid of all this bullshit. And I know this is the game we should have, and it's like I don't know anymore. I don't know. I feel like this. If you want this to be a live service, you can just go the Animal Crossing route. Just go that way.
You saying
All right.
Bethesda should make an Animal Crossing game?
No, let's just make a Fallout Animal Crossing game. Put you on a fucking island somewhere and just go like, here's a bunch of bullshit. Go fuck shit up. Here's a big ass island the size of Australia. Go. Oh yeah, these people want to kill you too. Oh, there is one last game I do want to mention. Did you pick up Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 for free?
Was it free on?
PC, PS4, Xbox.
No, is it still free?
Yes, to May 10th.
I'm gonna have to cop that. Where is it? How
Yeah,
do I
I
get
got
it? How does one get that?
you. I think the version that's free is on Steam,
Okay.
and the one on PS4 as well. You really can't get any more stores. You just search Pac-Man Championship Edition 2, pop up. Same thing for Xbox. Just free. I downloaded it and it's Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. Not as good as the original, but just as good.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's not as good as the original.
Well, the original dug into Pac-Man and made it faster and crazier. Which, if you really think about it, isn't that what Miss Pac-Man is? Faster and crazier. Yeah, they made that game but you have to like munch dots in a way that Pac-Man. I don't like the idea that the Energizer comes. I'm not good at Pac-Man. I'm not good at it. I don't care for it. Like I'm not some Pac-Man genius over here going like I need to go this way. And the game is good like that, but it's not Pac-Man. I'm no purist of Pac-Man. I'm just saying it's not Pac-Man.
It's not Pac-Man. There you go.
I'm not good at Pac-Man, so who knows? I'm not like telling my game is Tetris, not Pac-Man. Pac-Man can go to hell.
Pac-Man, you gotta. It's a lot of like reading ahead and knowing the patterns and shit like that.
Oh, it's a lot, yeah.
I never like memorized the patterns of each of the ghosts, so I can never like. This one follows you. This one goes the opposite way. This one is shy.
Right. I always thought they went. I mean, I get it. It's a classic game for classic people. Pac-Man. Or if you're poor and had Apple II, Taxman. All right, we
Right.
had that in school. We had Taxman. All right, that is it. Time for gaming news.
Sure. Um.
Gaming news. Gaming news. We actually have some big stories today.
Here's some stuff happened.
Stuff happened. One that I didn't know about. Epic releases Fortnite on Google Play.
Yeah. So Epic originally avoided the Play Store because I don't know if everyone knows this, but Google takes a 30% cut of all in-store purchases
So
or
does
in-app.
Apple.
Yeah, in-app purchases. So does Apple, but there's no way to bypass Apple's. You can't like
Right.
side load
So
apps in Apple.
right.
So what Epic was doing with Fortnite was just they were just sending you to their site and you could just download it on their site and just download the APK and install it. But with a series of like updates, Android updates, they keep making that process more and more difficult. Pretty much everything that you download outside of the App Store, they mark as malware, even though it's most likely
It's
not.
not.
So Epic just got tired of it, just people thinking their shit was a virus, and they were like, okay, fine, we're gonna put it on the
Well,
Play Store.
there's some shady shit out there.
There's shady shit, but the way that Android marks everything is just pretty much everything. If you
Also, oh sorry, you go.
oh no, yeah, everything that you download outside of the Play Store, they just mark as a virus. They just tell you, hey, this is a virus, so fucking don't download it.
Also, it doesn't help when you have YouTube scams that go like download Fortnite to your phone. Download what was the other one? Apex Legends.
Yeah.
So you have Apex Legends literally just saying like, "Oh, this is how you get it. You have to do this to your phone. You have to do this. You have to download this scanner and this shit." And it's like then you get early access into Apex Legends, and I'm like thinking to myself, why the fuck would you do this? Some kid's gonna download some bullshit and not get anything.
I mean, it's everything. Like people were stupid. They're always looking for like a way to like bypass. And Android allows that, so you can just you can really just look for anything like, oh, Spotify free premium app, and just like download some random thing online, and it'll fuck your shit up.
Right. I don't
Like,
see Fortnite on the store, but maybe because of my phone's not worthy enough to download it.
yeah, they'll hide stuff if it's not compatible with any of your devices. It's on there though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, okay. I mean, it's not a powerful phone, so
So Tim Sweeney said this. He said, Google puts software downloadable outside of Google Play at a disadvantage through technical and business measures such as scary repetitive security pop-ups for downloaded and updated software, restricted manufacturer and carrier agreements and dealings, Google public relations characterizing third-party software sources as malware, and new efforts such as Google Play Protect to outright block software obtained outside the Google Play Store. Then he also says the 30% store tax is a high cost in a world where game developers 70% must cover all the costs of developing, operating, and supporting their games.
how
So,
come they couldn't how come you're the biggest game in town? How come you couldn't just negotiate like everyone else?
I mean, unless there's just no negotiations with Google.
I mean, it was easy for you guys to bow to Apple.
Unless because Apple doesn't offer, there's no alternative. So,
Right, but you just you didn't put up a fight. You're like, yeah, it's on there. Like Xbox takes their 30% cut, and Nintendo and PlayStation,
yeah, well,
and they
that's the
all
reason
take
why
their.
it's not like it's not. That's the reason why it's not on Steam as well, is because on PC there's alternatives.
Right.
Every other platform is no alternative, so you have to deal with the bullshit if you
Also,
even if you don't want
is
to.
that My World thing a new thing in Android after 8, after
Oh
Oreo?
yeah, yeah. They push updates that just warn you a lot if you try to download shit outside of the Play Store. It's not that it's actually malware. It's just that they're fucking
They're trying to scare people.
yeah, pretty much.
They're trying to scare people to not load apps. Not like they've been on this verified kick on the on the Google on the Play Store where
Yeah,
apps have to be verified. Like you can still sideload them. It's more like scary boohoo.
yeah. Which some people need that because because people are stupid. So
Well, it's not. It's that. It's just some people like installing other flavors of Android
yeah.
on their device.
But if you're doing that, you probably know what you're doing.
Right, to a
Like
point.
this is for the dumb people who are just like, oh, I can get free Amazon Prime account if I download this app, and then
So
it fucks their shit up.
now that it's on the Google Play Store, does that mean it runs on more than Galaxy S8s?
I'm pretty sure it ran on anything. It already ran on everything.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where Fortnite what it runs on iPhone. I really don't pay attention to it. But yeah,
It'll run
that's
on
a.
whatever.
I mean, it'll have more mobile users. It's more people that use Androids. It's a win-win in their being stupid about it, but you get it.
Yeah, like it's gonna be a lot more people even after the 30% cut. You're still getting millions more of people in your game. So
Right.
I don't really see how you lose from this.
I mean, like if you want to play Fortnite, the barrier entry, if you got like a cheap, uh, I'm sure they'll run on cheap tablets, like $300 tablets, like that's the way I would want to play that game. And also, isn't Android 9? You can run like both Google and Apple have controller support. for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, just built into it. And
Yeah.
it's nice to see
Well,
that.
Android's always had that. Apple took them a while.
Yeah, reluctantly, and then it was funny hearing Tim Cook go like, it has controller support for the DualShock 4 and the Xbox One S controller. Well, like, you have no idea what you're talking about, Tim, do you? You have no idea what you just said, do you? No clue, but it works.
Yeah. So if you're scratching to play Fortnite on your fucking Android phone, uh, it's on the Play Store now, so you can do that.
Doesn't that game run at 60 on good phones?
No, it actually goes up to so I know there's Android phones that go up to 240 or my phone does 90
Oh damn.
and it'll just do it.
So that Switch version is looking pretty old.
Yeah, that Switch version is not. It's the worst version.
Yeah, I know it didn't take too long because we were like, that came out in 2017. That was 3 years old. But the Switch was the best looking thing when it came out, graphics wise. But whatever. I'm sure the next thing that's gonna come out is gonna blow people's minds.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised how the mobile market was this big boom and like people were like scared of it and go like, we're all gonna shift everything to mobile, and then people went like, I guess we'll switch back.
Well, it's a different audience, really. Like it's not, they're not taking anything away from the
Right.
PlayStation Xbox crowd.
Right.
Like the
That
people
was the
who,
big that was the big scare was we're gonna take, we're gonna put all these games on mobile.
and even when it comes to like handheld consoles, it's still not. I like buttons myself. I like a good tactile thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got RetroArch on my phone, but I hook up a Bluetooth controller to it so I can play it. Because fuck
Right.
using a touchscreen.
Using a touchscreen is it's great for browsing the web and typing a few things, but playing a game is just like no.
But every game, I don't know if you've delved into mobile games at all, but fucking they all play themselves. Like you don't have to do shit. Like all you do is just hit. They all have this button that you hit that says auto, and you hit the auto button, and it'll run around for you. It'll kill monsters for you. It'll turn in quests for you, and all you gotta do is just oh, my inventory's full, and you hit a button to
Right.
sell your inventory, and then it'll keep going, and that's it. Everything it plays itself, and every game has this now.
It's annoying. But I think with games like the Apple Arcade and then adding controller support to to iPads and iPhones, I think that's a really, I mean, it's really expensive, but it's a compelling thing if you're crazy.
Yeah, I like having RetroArch on my phone just because it's
Okay.
in my pocket, and I can whip out Super Metroid and just load it up. And then also the cool thing I do with RetroArch is that I have my save games synchronized to my Google Drive. So if I play something on my PC, it'll synchronize that save to my Google Drive, and then I can whip it out on my phone and continue where I left off, and then that'll sync to my drive, and I can continue on my PC again. So it's really cool in that way. I think
I
that's why I
see.
like using it. Um, but yeah, so yeah, Fortnite on Play Store now. So get it if you need it.
If you can
Um,
download it.
yeah, Red Dead
I
Redemption 2. Oh, you got something else?
no. There's something to add on to that.
Yeah,
The story you're telling right now.
Red Dead.
Well, Grand Theft Auto's leaving and Red Dead's going in its place on the same
Yeah,
day.
Yeah, I've got that in here. So Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming to Game Pass for consoles, which is exciting because typically Rockstar is not about that. Oh, it's not on our platform, so fuck you.
Yeah, but
But
but we're also losing Grand Theft Auto.
we're losing Grand Theft Auto, so May 7th, you'll be able to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on Xbox Game Pass. Only on console though, not on PC, just on console. May 7th, Red Dead Redemption 2 is there. But then same day, Grand Theft Auto 5 will be removed. So if you've not got your fill of Grand Theft Auto 5 yet, you might want to do that soon because it'll be gone on May 7th.
Yeah, May 7th and replaced with I don't even know this is I'm like I don't know. I feel like this is some kind of weird make good or some shit. Like someone by like, hey, we'll give you Red Dead Redemption if you remove Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's like, is this how this game's gonna be? It's like a small rental period because didn't Grand Theft Auto just get on there and now it's leaving?
But that's how it's always been though. That's what like they don't really tell. That's like the fine print. They don't tell you that. Yeah, some of the shit is temporary. Like this is gonna be
No,
removed.
no,
Like
no.
remember last week, like Spider Man was coming to um PlayStation Now, but they were removing like a couple other stuff.
I'm totally fine with things being removed. That's not I'm not like, oh no, it just seems so fast. It was like, oh, Grand Theft Auto's here, and then Grand Theft gone.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when Grand Theft Auto was put up.
I remember back then Netflix used to tell you when things were leaving.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that they should. I'm just saying I remember when they used to. I mean, Microsoft tells you when things are leaving. It's not like they don't. I'm just saying that it's just
I mean they told you that this was leaving, so
yeah. It just seems so odd. Well, I hope they give people enough time to play Red Dead Redemption 2 on their Xbox. I have it. I have both these games, Grand Theft Auto and RDR on PS4.
yeah. Game Pass Ultimate is $1 right now, so
It was always $1.
$1 for the first month. Yeah,
And I mean, the one I liked was I think it was like you get 2 months for $1 if you upgraded that first time at E3. That was
yeah.
good.
I mean, if you want to get into Red Dead for $1, now's your chance.
Absolutely play that game.
I still haven't played it. I need to get it on PC.
Yeah. I thought about going back to it, but I'm like, I don't wanna. I know this is your chance now. We can play a fresh version of that game on the Xbox. It's like, eh.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
let's talk about this bullshit that just happened.
Yeah. So this happened yesterday, or I guess like Monday, Sunday,
This
2 days
happened
ago.
this happened yesterday. Yes. This story is a disgruntled uh a disgruntled Naughty Dog employee just
Yeah.
uploaded all this shit to YouTube or whatever's
He
of the game.
uploaded every single cutscene from The Last of Us 2. He uploaded it to YouTube and like some of the dev menus and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, it was a rumor that was a disgruntled developer that he was mad about some pay issues, I guess. Um, so he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna upload all this shit to YouTube because fuck you. And then let's see. So Naughty Dog released a small statement on Twitter. I mean, nothing really substantial, but oh, they removed it. They got rid of it. It's not there
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, I'm
Oh
sure
no,
they'll
here it is.
remove
Here it is. It's still here. Just didn't work. They said we know the last few days have been incredibly difficult for you. We feel the same. It's disappointing
Not
to
for
see the release. I think they're
not for
talking.
me.
I think they're talking specifically to this guy,
I
or
mean,
at least
not
with
for
the
me. I mean,
maybe with the like. I think with the first sentence, they're talking to this guy. I think
oh fuck. I
they
got really
said.
breaking news after this.
All right. They said, we know the last few days have been incredibly difficult for you. We feel the same. It's disappointing to see the release and sharing of pre release footage from development. Do your best to avoid spoilers. We ask that you don't spoil it for others. The Last of Us Part 2 will be in your hands soon. No matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be. No matter what you see and hear, the final experience will be worth it. Like, why would you have to say that? Don't believe what you fucking. Don't believe what you hear. It's going to be good.
It's I hate this whole thing. Not because the guy leaked it, not because the Last of Us part. It's just the game. This feels like this is all played badly. And now people have seen it, and now people. The problem is Naughty Dog's in a PR nightmare over this game now.
They've been in a PR nightmare for fucking years, man. I don't know if you remember, but like for months and months already, they've been like coming out with like people have been like, man, they're really working us to the bone out here, man. All this crunch time and this is fucked up and we're not getting paid and I'm starving. I gotta feed my
I'm
kids,
starving.
man.
I'm
Or
starving.
it's just been
It's not
like,
funny. It's just the way they're like, I'm starving. I need a ham sandwich.
yeah. I mean, no one's really said that, but I'm just saying, like, there's been like shit coming out of Naughty Dog for a long time now, and it's just finally like amounted to this. Um,
You think that some of these people that think game development was going to be glamorous, and now they're like, what the fuck?
yeah, well, yeah, maybe, but it's never like it's not easy making a video game. I mean, let's be real here.
No,
It's
no, no,
not
no.
easy. You kind of have to accept that there's going to be long days, long nights. You're probably not going to see your family as often as you want. It's a long and grueling process.
Well, right now you can see your family all you want.
Um, this isn't the first. If you remember back with like Anthem, Jason Schreier posted that
Yeah,
Anthem,
Anthem and yeah, I was thinking, what was the like
Mass
even
Effect,
Rockstar.
Rockstar, Mass Effect, like the stuff. It's very common in the games industry of just how grueling and work to
But
the bone these people are.
not. I mean, they're not wrong. I don't want to sit here and go like they're a bunch of whiny babies. I don't want to come off like that, but I feel like game development was like that back in the day anyway. It's the old school, work 18 hours, sleep. That id Software was that. Was hey, we
Well,
live for
yeah, when you're a huge studio like that, maybe, but like not there's not a lot of tiny games like that coming out as much. Like back in the PS2 era, you could fucking whip it together like a fucking
right.
everyone was using the same engines and like everyone's developing their own engines now, so like that's a thing and it's just a lot more difficult than it used to be.
Right.
Um
I'm not saying that crunch. I mean, we hear from Epic Games with their crunch and all that stuff. Like crunch is a big issue,
yeah.
and every company has to deal with it differently. And I just feel like the culture at Naughty Dog and what we heard about this game is maybe it's the people that are at Naughty Dog. Maybe they're a bunch of a holes.
Or like maybe it's like the higher ups, like maybe it's like the big wigs like Sony, like just demanding that they have this shit ready at a certain date and time. Like that's what you heard about No Man's Sky, was that they were just demanding that this shit be done at this time and date, and it put a lot of
Sony?
pressure on. Yeah, like when for No Man's Sky, at least that's what
Okay.
That's what I remember hearing was that like they said like that there was a lot of expectations coming from Sony that it put a lot of pressure on them and they couldn't really deliver within that time frame. That's why
and
we
and
got what we got because
and haven't.
yeah.
They sold
So
people a bag of hammers. Okay,
yeah.
so Sony was demanding too much. All right.
Right. So, like who knows who's to blame for this kind of stuff, but
We can blame
like if they
we can blame oh sorry.
I'm just saying if they're allowed to just take their time and kind of just go at their own pace, they wouldn't have to have just fucking okay, all hands on deck. All hands on deck. We got to get this done. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Delay, delay,
Also
delay.
also you want just enough pressure that the game keeps moving at a nice pace.
Yeah.
Like developing at a nice pace. You don't want it to be too laid back, then it becomes Duke Nukem Forever.
Or like The Last Guardian or Final Fantasy VII remake or
I mean, if the game turns out good and everyone's like, the extra time, then cool.
yeah. But
You know,
so after that leak, Sony came out like the next day and they announced a release date for The Last of Us 2 and Ghost of Tsushima.
I feel like whoever you're gonna believe, but I feel like they looked at those leaks and were like, fine, June, fuck it. I'm sure they
Um,
had it in the wings, but that's what it feels like.
yeah, like well, especially since they delayed, they announced a fucking delay. Like, hey, this is delayed
Indefinitely.
indefinitely. So something's going on. Something forced their hand here. Uh, they,
And did I know I'm not burying the lead that The Last of Us is coming out in June. Isn't that
yeah,
game supposed to come out this month and then it got delayed to May and then now it's coming out in June?
it got delayed indefinitely, and now it's coming out in June. They said on their
Just
blog, as we begin to see an ease in the global distribution environment, I am pleased to confirm that The Last of Us Part 2 will arrive on June 19, and Ghost of Tsushima will follow on July 17.
does Sony know that two games have released during this pandemic just fine?
I mean, games are coming out, so
I mean, are they just stuck in some weird bubble that we don't know about? Three major games came out on, and they're doing just fine.
yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they just got a different distribution. You never know. Like they could have different distribution processes. Um, so I wouldn't like put too much
I
stock
think
on
my
that.
I think my only problem with now what Sony now is with The Last of Us Part 2 is a lot of people that have seen it that wasn't going to buy the game and seen what it was are now laughing at Sony for being so woke.
Um, yeah, I haven't seen any of it, but I know there's people that are like, man, this like this certainly looks bad. That's why it was weird for Naughty Dog to say in their statement, hey, no matter what you heard, no matter what you heard or saw, motherfucker, just know that it's good." Like you're trying to like tell
And
people that.
and you know what? I'm not want to be that person, but a lot of people like The Last of Us. I thought it was good, but I also played it on hard, so clickers killed me left and right. So I have no idea what people see in this. Like, be like, Last of Us, yay!
My thing with The
And
Last of
people
Us
just,
is it's a great story and a terrible game.
yeah, I don't think the game's that great.
It's not very fun to play, but like the experience of the story is just phenomenal. Like one of
Well,
the
when you
greatest
play it on
stories
hard,
ever.
and it's not even like hard, it just felt like you're just banging against a trash can
I played it
over
on
and
hard.
over
It
again.
was fine on hard. I didn't really see.
And
Or I played it whatever mode it was where you can't see through walls and shit. Whatever mode that is, that's what I played it on. Was that hard? It was like
you see through walls,
you know how you have like senses. You hold the button.
right?
You can like you can see where
You
the
can hear
click.
it. You can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I was playing on whatever mode disables that. That's why I had it on, and I don't know,
I
it was fine.
mean, I mean, for me, I wasn't gonna buy it anyway. I wasn't like, oh man, Last of Us 2. And I'm like, all right, I'm still not gonna buy it. Fuck you.
I gotta blow the dust off my PS4, so I
Fuck you.
just don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna
It's one of those games of like, even if you do buy it for PS4, I'm like, I'd rather wait and buy the PS5 and then put
get
it
the
in that,
PS5 version. Yeah, yeah,
or
that's
even
probably
not
what I
even the
do.
PS5 version. Just get that version. Even if they don't get a PS5 version, just get that version. I
And
don't
play it on
need this.
PS5.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
It, it
Well, we'll see. I guess.
I can sit here and say, do I feel bad for Naughty Dog and all that stuff? But it's just the way this game's been built up and the way this, people, higher ups leave in this of Naughty Dog. Like there was a mass exodus of people like this.
Yeah.
If this
But they've been having
if this
issues for a while now, so it's
if this game falls flat, and I mean flat, I don't know what to tell you.
I think it'll be fine.
Us, I don't. I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna. I mean, some people are like, oh, the leaks are gonna kill the game. The people who are gonna buy that game are gonna buy it.
Yeah. And
The
then
people who are shitting on it now are not gonna buy it.
Ghost of Tsushima, on the other hand, do we know? Like, have we seen like other than
No,
like I don't know anything about this game other than like the
we
3.5 minutes of like footage that we've already seen.
know fucking nothing about this game. I think the game was supposed to come out in June, and now it's July. Is this the first Sony game coming out in July? Which is crazy. We got
Yeah,
games coming out in July now. It's insane.
yeah. Future said he thought it was a drought, but looks like there's shit coming out. So
It's like they figured out we could release games in July. I hope that don't stop. The
yeah,
July
hopefully it's
release.
just good. Hopefully it's a good just a trickle of games coming out because yeah, that's the summer drought is real.
Splatoon. The Splatoon was July. Three Houses was. Is that July? Yeah, it was July. Three Houses was July. I remember I had the day off. Some weird reason that game came at 10 in the morning, and I was like, "Yeah, I get to play Three Houses."
So yeah, Last of Us Part 2, June 19th, Ghost of Tsushima, July 17th. So I don't
How
know.
hard is it to print fucking disc? I mean, Square Enix figured it out. Just saying.
Yeah, but they haven't been they were done though. Like The Last of Us is like no one knows anything, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not ready to press discs yet. Like Square Enix was probably already in their
You
process
think
of
you think they're gonna take the time and actually change some
no.
stuff around, or you think it's just too late?
I I think they're gonna do what they can
I
and get that
mean,
shit
it's
out as
like
soon as
I keep
possible.
I keep thinking like a WWE script, like, oh, this shit got leaked out, and they're like, let's change it. Fuck them.
No, they're not. That's I mean, they would have pretty good turnaround time to do that. I don't see that happening.
I don't see it either. Yeah, that game looks well. Everyone's going. It seemed like that critic indie darling bullshit that they're going for. So it's gonna get like 10s, 11s, and 14s.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I can't. A good story does not make a good game, in my opinion. So.
Well, it's just like if you're like John Carmack, you know, games are like porn. The story's just there.
Did he actually
That's what
say
he.
that? That's a good.
That's what he
I
said.
I agree with that though. Like,
John Carmack said that whole thing. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to have the story, but does it really matter?
But don't get me wrong though, like the story can enhance the gameplay. Like the story is that like it can push, it can push you to a 10. Like the story can get you there, but at the end of the day, if it's not fun to play, I don't care what the fuck the story is. Like,
Also, also stories in games got way better since when it was, because stories in
yeah,
games were pretty fucking awful.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
I'm just saying the story for me, the story isn't as important as just how fun is this to play. Like,
right,
'cause at the end of the day, you have to play the fucking thing to get through the story.
right.
And if I just can't bring myself to play it, then I'm not gonna waste my time for the story.
Yeah,
I'd
if the
rather just
game's
like
bad, the game.
just rather watch a movie of it or something. So yeah, so that's that. In other news, WWE 2K21 is officially canceled.
Shh, we have to pay the wrestling gods first.
Do we?
They
Who's the wrestling
Yes.
god?
What culture and the rest of those people, they demand a sacrifice for talking about this. I don't know why. Patreon people can't talk about wrestling unless they have to section it off. Jim Cornette has a Patreon, and everyone else is just fuck it. You want content? You have to pay us now. Like, oh fuck, you have enough money. Remember when podcasts were free and 14 hours long? Now podcasts are
What?
5 minutes. Hmm?
When was that? A free podcast? Are you
2010?
kidding?
In 2010, podcasts used to be 14 hours long.
And free? That's ridiculous.
And free, I know. People used to talk about things. And then one day, Progressive Flow showed up and we're like, I'll give you a ton of cash. Then we're like, cool. The end of everything. What does this have to do with WWE 2K21 being canceled? Because that game is bad.
So you're the WWE guy. You want to talk about this?
Yes, WWE 2K21. So I'm gonna fill you in. WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. They announced the game there. Right? Right.
Did they really?
Didn't. Yes. Around WrestleMania, they announced the new game.
Okay.
Almost like clockwork. And then at SummerSlam, they announced who the cover person is, whoever that is. They're like, hey, Becky Lynch is their cover person. Rah! And they're like, yay! And they'll have a JR firing ceremony because Ric Flair cried. That happened. That legit happened over this game. So Ric
Okay.
Flair was in no mood to be on a panel about fucking video game wrestling. JR's in this thing, and JR had to get fired for it because you were like, you let Ric Flair go off the rails. His son died. You're fired. So yeah, that's great. SummerSlam, they announced the game. They announced the roster and all that stuff. They have a big panel and all that stuff. And they usually fly out some people for SummerSlam and all that stuff. That didn't happen. But also that 2K20 game was such a shitload of fuck. I would have canceled it too. So we're getting the game that we always should have get. It's called WWE Battlegrounds. It looks crazy, which a WWE game should be. Like I hate these simulator games because they make it they want the realism of it. Yeah, it looks so stupid, but I love it.
Did it looks like that? What was it All Stars? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
WWE All Stars looks just like that, but way stupid. But they're gonna call it Battlegrounds. So the
I
other
mean,
story that people don't talk about is and John Cena being being thrown to a crocodile is hilarious. It just looks nuts, and I love it.
how long do you think they've been working on this?
Well, it seems like they've been working on it for a while. Now, here's the thing: was 2K21 in development? Like were they gonna slap like that 2K20 game was such horrible shit. I mean, that game was broken beyond repair. But also they were working on another game I don't know if it was an AEW game, but there was another whoever was working on this with the developers, they were having in competition to make a new wrestling game. And I guess this one was far along in development for 2K21 to be canceled, because also I do believe in their contract to WWE, they have to have a new game every year.
Shit, really?
I do believe in their contract they have to have a new game every year. It's been that way since THQ. So that was the problem with that game was such shit. And I don't think people had the appetite for another shitty WWE simulator game. But
I
yeah,
mean, so is the idea that they're going to take a year off to refine those games, or
yeah, it really does. That game, I mean, those games are so, that engine in that game is so old at this
yeah?
point. It needs something. Like, I don't think that game, they keep refining it, but the game keeps getting more broken. It's not like Madden where the game is kind of football and you know what it is. And it's just, I don't even know what the fuck wrestling games are anymore.
My era
Like,
of wrestling was definitely, N64, Nitro, and
when it's just ridiculous. Like, it made no sense, but it was fun as fuck.
yeah. Like these 2K games, I just never like. They're so slow and ridiculous, like complicated. There's meters all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
How do I just?
even if you turn off the stamina and all that stuff, it's still stupid. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
just make it faster.
just let me just give me a punch button, a kick button, and a grapple button.
Yeah, I think my problem is I don't know when to do my finishing move. Normally, you just punch the shit out of something and then you get your finishing move. Now you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully they simplify it a lot more. But I don't know. I don't know if that's what people actually want. But that's what I want. Like those 2K games are just overly complicated, and I just don't like. Even like all those games are like even like the UFC games are just like ridiculous. I just don't know unless you're like a hardcore fan of like WWE or UFC
At
and you just
least
don't play
WWE.
games.
Well, the problem with the actual, they want it to be like the product on TV, and the games never look like the product on TV.
Yeah,
There's a fluidity to this shit, and it just looks robotic. And the thing
but
about
I also
arcade
but
ones,
I don't want it to look like TV either. I just want it to
I
be,
don't want it to look like TV at all.
you want it to be fun. Like the TV shit is slow as fuck too. Like I don't
Like,
know.
like my ideal wrestling game is they move around, kind of. Maybe they'll throw a punch, set up for table, put people through table. Okay,
Yeah,
go over here, stupid. Okay, hit you with a chair. And it's like, I don't want any offense whatsoever. People are like, that's boring. Like, I don't want a back and forth match. I just want to kill you.
yeah. Send you through the top of the Hell in a Cell.
Right? I want to set up cool moves and go, I want to power bomb you through a table on top of Hell in a Cell. You ain't gonna die, but it looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that game is so slow, so broken, to the point where you're like, I don't know.
So
I don't
2K
know.
says, we want to address WWE 2K20. We've heard and appreciate your feedback and continue to
Do
listen
you?
to you closely. Since launch, we've released 5 title updates addressing hundreds of reported concerns and have released 2K,
Hundreds.
4 2K20 original DLC expansions to build on and improve the experience. We've heard your request to keep 2K19 servers running. They will remain active for the time being. Yeah.
I love how they're like, the new one's such trash. We want to play the old one. Why don't you just update 2K19 then? Why don't you just tire fire this thing out? You already released your game. Why don't you just do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like they're trying to do good here, but I guess we'll see. With
Those games are bad.
yeah,
Also, you want to know something stupid? Now that we're talking wrestling, these games in general, you can still have a chair shot to the head. To the head. That's how old these games are. There's no one's doing chair shots to the head. They haven't done that in years, and I can just swing a chair like to the fences to the head.
Yeah, I
Just
don't
go
know.
like,
Yeah,
hey.
is that bad? I don't know.
Yes, that's horrible. Like I mean, they swing to the back now, not to the head, because they no longer do head chair shots to the head.
Cliff5 says No Mercy on N64.
Great game.
My N64 game was always WCW versus NWO World Tour, and you pick Scott Norton and just hold B. Just fucking hold B, hold B. Hold B.
Also,
he just does his fucking power. He just does his power punch. He throws all his weight into it, and you just fucking knock motherfuckers out with it. I love it.
Also, here comes the pain. Great game.
Here comes the pain. Yeah, like I don't know. That was my era of video games. Just rotating the control stick and just posing, and then getting your special up, and just whipping your special out at the beginning of the match. Like that was my shit, dude.
Yeah. I hope that Battlegrounds game is that, but it looks like it's going to be WWE Superstars, which people liked. People liked that game.
Yeah, I mean, like it's fun. Like it doesn't have to be so serious all the time. I guess
it doesn't have to be serious at all.
The realism is what kills it for me.
I mean, especially in a game where it's fake and they use actual terms like babyface and heel, and you go through a career mode, and then you build up your career mode, and it takes forever. It's like, no, just let it be goofy.
Yeah.
So, and then people are like, that can be boring. I'm like, no, I want it goofy. You know, you don't want to, you're like, hey, I got that new WWE game. It's insane. 4 people. It's like, I hope the online's just crazy.
Yeah, if you can do like, oh fuck it, online would be fun as fuck in that. Just have like 8-player like battle royale, yeah.
Yeah, or let's see how they do the Royal Rumble. I've not played Superstars. I wonder if this game's coming out on PC. Wonder if the solo monster's gonna play it.
Hopefully. Well, 2K Battlegrounds coming out this fall, so yeah. So
there's your WWE shit.
Yeah.
All right. There's 2 more things I want to address before we move on to new releases that's gaming news related.
Let's get it.
Nvidia has a fucking presser coming up May 14th.
Oh.
Are people jonesing that hard for new graphics cards?
I kind of am, because the RTX cards, they're okay, but they're a little underwhelming when it comes to
a little too soon.
Yeah, when it comes to like performance with ray tracing, it's like it's cool. It's cool to see. Like Remedy's Control was an absolute amazing sight to see in action.
Star Wars
of RTX. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, well, that was the demo they showed.
I don't remember seeing that.
Like back in the day when they
I didn't play it at least. Like I at least played Control, and that was like convincing enough to be like, this is something special, but the performance hit you have to sacrifice is just not worth the visuals. So if they can come out with a card that can get me at least somewhat closer to a stable 60, while still maintaining those visuals, I will be happy.
At what,
Like even
4K
like
at or at 2K or whatever at
4K would be
1080?
4K would be nice, but I'm doing well even like because even they've got that the AI upscaling which does very well, so you can play the game in 1080p and it'll upscale to 4K, which
Oh, is
looks
that
great.
what it's doing?
Yeah, it looks great, and you don't take it. The performance is great as well.
You know what? I like that AI upscaling stuff. At least soon enough they'll become more ubiquitous and make computers run really nicely.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's only a couple games that support that still. So like I don't know if like the support needs to be there. If the support is there, then it'll be killer. And they the DirectX 12 Ultimate is coming. So it looks like everything's starting to shape into people are
Ray
starting to
tracing.
yeah everything's starting to shape up. It's
Yeah,
starting to get there.
Microsoft's on board with all this ray tracing. It's happening, and then we'll
Yeah.
see it more happening when AMD in these next generation gets their ray tracing on.
Yeah. So yeah, if they got just some new cards to show, then I'm
Well, they're gonna. I mean, this is like the start of the Aspire series or whatever, and it's like, I could put another card in here, but I'm probably gonna hold off. I don't think I need a new card.
I don't need one, but I want one. So
Okay, I like do you usually buy generations of cards? I feel like I get the last time I keep having my cards are. You don't have to buy every card. Like some people are still rocking the
no,
1080.
but my thing is that I don't know. I've got a 4K display, and I just want to play games at 4K without having to like fuck up my like
Also,
desktop.
also the RTX cards of start dominating on Steam at 12%. So most of the cards on Steam are RTX cards
That's
now.
pretty good. Well, the you can get a 2060 for
At 300.
299. Yeah.
Yeah, 300.
So, I mean, they're
Also,
extremely affordable.
Nvidia's been upgrading their cards, like their older like GTX cards, like the 1660s now a super with GDDR6 in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the well, because they ran on GDDR5. But yeah, it's nice to see if you buy like a GTX 1660 Super, you're getting a card not on par with a RTX because they don't have those, 2060 don't have those cores, but at least you'll get the gaming out of it.
I wouldn't even look at. I mean, unless they're like a $300 2060 is like well worth it in my opinion, above
That's what I
anything
have.
else. Yeah, because
That's what
you get all those features. Like you get that upscaling feature. You get if you're streaming, you get the NVENC encoder,
yeah, the
which
new one as well.
I think that is on the I think that might be on that 1060 or whatever the fuck.
The 1660.
The 1660, yeah, I think that might be
Yeah,
on there too. But still, you get RTX voice, which we're using right now.
yes, I'm
You get all these features that for $300, it's I think well worth it.
that well, the RTX voice takes a hit on performance, but I'm not worried about that. It is beta.
Yeah, I'm not gonna use it in games though. I mean,
Yeah, me either.
I'm just using it for stuff like this, for like talking. But
Yeah, talking like this is totally fine.
yeah, but yeah, so that's exciting. Was there a date for that?
May 14th, he's gonna walk
Okay.
out and be boring.
All right. We'll get the cliff notes from The Verge or something.
Yeah. And the last thing is a little bit of a follow-up story from last week. We were talking about Splatoon. We were talking about another game. And we were saying that, a lot of these updates, like Splatoon lives and dies by its Splatfest. Well, out of nowhere, after we stopped that night, there's a Splatfest coming.
Yeah. Uh, so this one's like a rematch between
This is a
ketchup and
rematch.
mayo.
Yes, people didn't vote for mayonnaise. Mayonnaise won. They're gonna redo that legendary ketchup match. I'm all for it. I mean, it's been too long. Also, I mean, after this is concluded, at least I know I made the right decision going to the Texas Roadhouse. So, yay.
Dude, man, it's weird that they're doing this, I guess, because is this just like a one and done, like, hey motherfuckers,
This is a
uh
2-day splat fest for this. So, you got 2 days to get ketchup over the win.
um but are they like because they're kind of like just teasing motherfuckers like, hey, we got another Splatfest coming up, bitches. So
I mean, it's a rematch. I mean, it's just like
it's a
it's like a wrestling.
rematch, but like I don't know. After months of like, oh, this is the last content for you, motherfucker. Final Splatfest, Chaos versus Order. They're
Yeah,
like,
but
we're
that one was
done.
a major like this one's like oh, I'm trying to figure out what this is like. There's a reference somewhere
Where did they announce this?
on their versus page. They have a Nintendo versus.
Oh, holy shit! I didn't even see this, man. This is breaking
What?
news. uh, just browsing the Nintendo channel here. Fucking Deadly Premonition 2 got
Oh
a
yeah, I
release
got a
date.
release date. Sure did. Hey,
Hey,
I think it's July something. Toy box.
Never a choice when somebody needs you.
this game was like the most surprising thing that they've ever announced.
And it's coming to Switch.
Yeah, exclusive on Switch, I guess.
Exclusive on Switch, and it's on their channel. It's even crazier.
Man, this is exciting.
Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny.
Clef 5 says maybe the Splatfest is a prelude to the announcement of Splatoon 3. You think they would do that?
No, I think that game's in development now. They don't want to admit it, but I'm sure that game is in development.
Okay, we don't have to
Or
watch this whole thing. Oh, it's already it's
also,
almost
it
done.
could be, yeah, July 10th, 2020. It's like
July
July's
10.
going to be packed.
Yeah.
That's a worldwide release.
You know, Future said thought it was a drought, but here we go. There's games coming out, so
Ghost of Tsushima and Deadly. I mean, I'm sure one Jim Sterling is fucking masturbating furiously to Deadly Premonition 2.
I am right now.
I think I have
Okay.
that. I mean, that was one of those acquired taste games that people liked and not
Oh,
liked.
definitely, definitely, definitely. But yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But like I don't know, once you like play it for like at least a couple hours, you start seeing like, okay, this is what this game is. Like it's real. I don't know. It's almost like a satire, but not really.
Like, I guess it's sold enough for Nintendo and these weirdos. Well, it's sweary. They're crazy.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Also, if we're in the announcements, guess what's coming to Stadia?
PUBG.
No,
Oh, but it is though.
Occupath Traveler. That home coming to
Gross.
Stadia. I know. Square Enix sent out literally an email saying Occupath Traveler now on Google Stadia.
Oh, Square Enix loves your Stadia.
Square Enix, what the fuck? Can they just bring that game to PlayStation? Stop being weird.
What day is that Splatfest? Did we say what day that was?
It was May 23rd to the 25th.
Okay.
I
All
mean,
right. Anything
yeah,
else?
it's the kickoff is May 22nd, 3 p.m. post standard, and it's on 5/24, 3 p.m. post standard.
Okay.
So it's a
So
2-day Splatfest. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna bring back those Twilight Zone maps that they had, those shifty tower maps, or Pearl's gonna wear that sweater thing. Who fucking knows?
when was the last time you played Splatoon?
Nah, there's a demo out now. I played it this week, but that game is still that game.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason you want to play it for me is like these Splatfests are like, all right, something's on the line. When nothing's on the line, it's like, I don't care anymore.
There you go. Just put your rank on the line.
Well, you put your integrity on the line too. You're like, you know, I mean, 8 out of 9 times that I played, whenever I pick a team, they always lose. So, you know,
All right. Well, game releases.
even after all this bullshit, games are coming out.
Game
Now,
releases.
unless you live in New Zealand, then they all just come out there.
So today, Gears Tactics on PC.
Only on PC.
Only on PC, which is weird, but it has
Only
full
on-
controller support, so it's not like they couldn't do it on a console. It is coming to console, but they don't have a release date for it yet. It's like Gears XCOM.
That's weird.
It's like Gears of War with XCOM. I think it takes place before. Is a prequel to the first Gears of War, but it follows the protagonist, Kate's father, Gabe. So you're not really you're like it's like a side story prequel to Gears of War. It's like it's XCOM, so it's got permadeath and procedurally generated shit like that. So I might check it out. I'm not really into I don't know, I'm not really into those games though. So that's out today. Moving Out.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm moving out.
Moving Out's come out for PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbone.
And it's on Game Pass, so I'm moving out.
And it's on Game Pass. I don't know much about this game.
It's basically get your shit on a truck. It's one of those like Gangplank games. Those weird moshi things. Yeah.
Is it like Overcooked?
Yeah, it's like Overcooked. What was that other stretchy game that basically you have arms and shit? It's like a party version of that.
Octodad.
Yeah. But also like you're moving out in the worst way possible. It's like, here you go, here's some shit. Yeah, grab this, go out the window. It's like I am bred of fucking moving out games. Yeah, I need to get this sofa somewhere. Fuck.
It looks pretty fun. Wow.
You know what? The way this makes it sound like it looks just like Overcooked.
Yeah.
It looks like Overcooked, and I'm like, hey, what if we just have people moving out in the weirdest way possible?
I mean, it looks less stressful than Overcooked.
Oh, Overcooked is nuts when you crash through the building and people want their food. I'm like, I just crashed through the building. Let me cook it.
This looks like it just lets you get it done whatever way you can. So
Yeah, it's got a hint of that. What was that other game? That simulator, that office simulator game.
oh yeah.
It's got that similar vibe.
So that's coming out. Sakura Wars is coming to PS4.
Is that anime cutie panty game?
It came out in 2019 in Japan, and now it's coming to the Americas.
Sakura War panty game.
It is a Sega game.
Oh boy.
It's the sixth mainline entry in a soft reboot of the Sakura Wars series. The game was released in 2019 in Asia and 2020 worldwide. It is the first Sakura Wars game not to be developed by Red Entertainment, whoever that is. The gameplay combines overlapping action role-playing, dating sim, and visual novel elements. So, Sakura Wars.
Sakura Wars. Dark Sakura Wars.
I'm gonna put up a trailer, I guess. Check out what this looks like.
At least their boobs are huge. Oh my god!
Wow, yeah. This game is Japanese as fuck. There's your visual novel dating sim elements.
Is this whole game in Japanese with subtitles?
Probably. They've been doing that a lot more recently.
I'm not against it. It's just I know there's an audience that likes that Japanese with the subtitle thing. Xenoblade, you know, their English dub was pretty shit. What the fuck is this game?
Wow.
I'm sorry, you guys can't. The people on the live stream can see it, but the fuck is that? So it's an RPG?
I don't know what it is. Still looking at this.
I have no idea what it is.
What? Oh, it's combat. What the fuck?
I don't know anymore. What is this game?
Yeah, this is like the ultimate like Persona fucking. What if Persona was taken to the extreme?
What is this game?
Okay. Sakura Wars.
I just if anyone's at home, absolutely check that out. Just watch along with us.
Yeah, so that is on PS4 right now. Snow Runner for PC, PS4, Xbox One. Let's see what the fuck this is. Oh, it's Spin Tires. Okay, so if you've been on a if you're a PC gamer like I am, you know what Spin Tires is. Spin Tires is like it's a trucking game.
Oh boy.
Where it's like you're just driving through mud and shit in the truck. And they renamed it to Snow Runner for the console launch, I guess. So let's pull up some of that. Weird.
Yeah, let's see the. Oh boy. Now this is a game that needs RTX support.
Yeah, it really does. Well, maybe not, but
I want to see the reflection in the mood.
Yeah, it's a trucking and mudding game. This is some other YouTuber's video. I think it's Squirrel.
Does this make it? I wonder, do people truck like this? They have to, right?
I mean, you would have to if you're trucking through a lot of wet and muddy terrain and shit. It's not always roads paved where you gotta go. Looks interesting if you're into like
you're into snow. I mean, there is snow on the ground.
Trucking simulator or.
I mean, even in this pandemic, it's not like you. I mean, do you get dock points for parking like an asshole?
I don't think so.
So is it all about how good you drive or how good your payload's getting there?
Up in Alaska, and Tame is set in Russia. Each of them have very different kinds of terrain. Michigan is really all about mud,
Michigan, USA.
trees, kind of gritty, rainy, wet areas. Alaska is obviously to do with snow and ice, which is a brand new thing in the game. It was never in Mud Runner before. Those are two very different kinds of terrain.
Okay, so if anyone's interested in that, that is coming to your console. It's already on PC. It's been on PC for a while. I guess it's just like an expansion. I guess that Alaska sounds like an expansion.
This game is coming out on PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, people like, if you ever played like American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, people are really into those games.
Oh yeah, they are. They have an expansion for those games for Convoy, and people are really into it.
So
they
yeah,
hacked it to have convoys in it.
That's on PC, PS4, Xbone now. Also, Telling Lies is coming out for Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. It's been on PC for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Sam Barlow's latest game. Came out last year on PC. If you remember Her Story, this is the same. This is the same guy.
That's what I thought. Oh yeah, I thought this game was out on PC for a while.
It's not. I haven't played it yet, only because they said it's just not as good as Her Story. But if I need to try it, really, I need to try it. But yeah, it's like a FMV game where I guess you're just talking to people, interviewing people, and see who's telling the truth, I guess.
Yeah, see if people are not a bunch of lying sacks of shit.
Database of video clips that you watch out of sequence, but Telling Lies is bigger and better in every way.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies, baby.
All right, I'm sure this is one of those games where if you know the least amount about it, it's better. So just know that is on. Exciting that that's on Switch too.
Yeah, I saw it on the store when I was looking for something.
Yeah, Switch, PS4, Xbox One. So those are all out today. And then Thursday, April 30, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered for PC and Xbone. It was only out on PS4 for a while.
Yeah, it was exclusive for PS4 for like 30 days.
Yeah. Which is not bad, considering,
And then the streets... this game just looks like it's just coming out of nowhere. I mean, it's been announced, but it's just so weird that its release date's like, now!
Streets of Rage 4 for PC, Switch, PS4, Xbox One. Are people excited for this?
Yes, but not... They announced it in such a way that I'm like, oh... It seems so... It worries me. This game might be complete dog shit, or it might be really good. Who fucking knows?
They do have the composers for the original.
Well, that's what people want.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't do a Streets of Rage without that music. You know what I'm saying? So,
how much are they charging for Streets of Rage 4?
I don't know.
Oh, of course they're it's the we like this the Nintendo stuff explain as they play it on a fucking Xbox explain.
Well, it's probably crazy. On PC with a controller, I would assume.
I don't see how anyone can pay more than $15 to $20 in this. If this is $30, they fucked up.
Well, let's see. I'm sure it's on Steam, so let's do a little search. There's no price on it yet. Even though it comes out in 1 day and 10 hours, you can't buy it yet.
Great. That just sounds fantastic.
So who knows?
You know, right now the beat 'em up bundle is $10 on Switch and probably everywhere else.
Do you think that'd be worth it then more than this?
I don't know.
I gotta say,
like
Blaze
River
is
City Girls.
Blaze is thick as fuck right now.
Yeah, her fucking legs are. I mean, why are you going fighting in that fucking jumpsuit? She looks like she's about to come out of that thing.
I mean, that's her outfit, but like, she was never that thick though.
I mean, she's a girl not to be messing with. Also, you can see straight from her panties, which is crazy.
Yeah, I remember they censored that in the they censored her in the original. Well,
Oh, we
in
have to go to Japan to get the real shit.
Well, certain ones were censored, but it looks like Streets of Rage. It looks, doesn't look bad
It
at
looks
all.
fast. It looks fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to pay more than $20 for this.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a good job with Sonic Mania.
Yeah, this is a .emu. Lizard Cube. Guard
I mean, it
Crush
looks
games.
fast. I mean, it looks fast. It looks, like I really enjoy River City Girls, but you want to play this and get out.
Yeah. But that's, that was always Streets of Rage. It was something, you pick up, you play, you put down, you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a fun little game.
Yeah.
And the Sega faithful will like that game.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. So that'll be on PC, Switch, PS4, Xbone on Thursday. That's it.
That is it. That's the games that are coming out. Yeah, so there's that. Also before we ride out into the sunset, because there's things like now that everything is now super canceled. What are we going to do with June and stuff?
What do you mean? I mean, Last of Us is coming out.
Yeah, but it's so weird not having an E3 or G. Well, they announced Gamecom got is not happening either. So all these consoles are coming out with no fanfare, no conferences, no nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll put up their own shit. Like, hey, here's Microsoft with what we're doing, motherfuckers, and then they'll just put up a thing.
It just feels so whatever. I get it. It's just the timing of everything.
We don't need E3 is what I'm saying. Like, I don't really give a fuck about E3. Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna. I mean, we didn't have a WrestleMania. We didn't have anything. I mean, it's really up in the air if we're gonna have a SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, Microsoft would put up their shit, Sony would put up some shit, EA would put up some shit, Ubisoft would put up some shit. Like, we'll still get our shit. It's just they're gonna just do it themselves, which is better in my opinion.
Absolutely. Well, it depends.
It just trims all the fat, like all the bullshit you don't want.
How come they can't just do like a couch thing where they like an old school 1990, like, hey, we're gonna announce this game and we're gonna show it off, like a G4 or GameStop kind of thing, GameSpot.
They might do that. I know PC Gamer is still doing the PC gaming show.
Oh God.
So like, there's still gonna be stuff. So it's not like
they're gonna talk about Euro Truck Simulator for 4 hours.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed.
Is the Drake Cake Duck gonna come back?
We can only hope so.
Drake Cake Duck, he's the MVP of everything.
Any news and thought topics today?
Alinity got unbanned for 1 day.
Nice. Nice. Yeah,
showed
I
it.
saw that. I saw that. Saw that titty slip.
Dude, it's easy to find. Alinity got ban, unban. It's kind of like the stealing a balloon on Free Balloon Day. They're like, here you go. All right, you're free to go. What? We saw a balloon. Yeah, on Free Balloon Day.
Yeah. So
I mean, if we did that, we'd be gone forever.
Joey Diaz showed his balls and fucking he's banned for life.
Yeah, forever. Oh, did he light him on fire or some shit?
I don't remember. I just know he's whipped his balls out and really. I
Yeah,
mean,
you know
he did
what?
that on purpose, though.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna. I know this is not the opportunity for me to say this, but maybe you shouldn't whip out any private parts on Twitch TV at all. How about that?
Yeah, well, he did that on purpose. I'm not sure if he really cared.
I'm just saying that, I mean, Alinity's like, for us, it's like, you got banned a day. We got to see your nipple. We all win.
Yeah,
We all win. You win, I win, we all win. There's no losing in that. The only other thing is she becomes trending when she does something stupid. It's like Alinity's the boob slip. Oh, like, okay, whatever. Nope. That's it. I need to go beat Final Fantasy and raise the Jedi Fallen Order.
all right. Twitch.tv/Gameoverse.
Yeah, we're figuring out things. I don't even know
For
when I'm
all
going back
you,
to work.
yeah, I don't know.
So you're really not. They're really like, I don't know. We're in limbo.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really weird.
Yeah, well, they didn't even tell me. They told, like, I had to go ask someone I worked with, like, hey, man, I biked all the way to work today and the door is locked and no one's here. What the fuck? And he was like, yeah, dude, they shut it down. No one told you? Nope.
Again,
So,
you biked all the way there. They were like, "Hey, I'm here now." You're like, nothing to do. At least Outback's still paying me, kind of, but I haven't got my other check. Whatever. I'll survive.
yeah. So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thanks.